I own the original. Yeah, just yes, just to establish the fact that yes, I'm here. But I mean, I don't think I'm the original owner.
Okay,
Everybody
because
says yes or yeah.
no, before now there was the yeah. Then there
Ah,
was
yes.
then there was ye parikpa. Then
Okay.
it goes. We could trace the ye and trace like
Really?
then we got to ye. I'm just saying. Well, guys, now you know you're going to have fun. That's just the truth. So we ask you to stay with us on the Grapevine this morning. Great stories to look into. My name is Omatseye Atsenuwa. As always, we'd like you to know that your contributions as we break down the stories in terms of entertainment stories this morning is also very important. You're welcome to send those to 0809 You're sure to also raise down to youtube.com/smooth 981 FM Lagos. Search for us there. You can see James Silas and I in the studio this morning. So James, it's we're starting on a
Yeah.
very, very sad note. There is no need to smile this morning. So
Mm.
wipe off that smile off your face if right now because this news is very sad one. One of our own legend who's had cause to make us laugh a great deal. Everything about him, I just his entire being makes it look like he lives his life just acting and just making people laugh from his facial gestures and everything, his body language. I don't know when I've not seen him acting. So, I'm saying this to bring to your notice that one of Nollywood's finest comedian actors, I'm talking about John Okafor, aka Mr. Ibu, right now. I was shocked when I saw the videos on social media yesterday. Take us through the story.
Yeah. I mean, so there's sometime earlier in the year, or if not last year,
Yeah.
I'm not very sure. But Mr. Abu had been hospitalized. Then there was a call for help or support as well. And this time around, I mean, I was even surprised when I saw it again. I couldn't have thought that he was back in the hospital again. And this time he's at the risk of losing, one of his legs. And I mean, there's no clear detail as to what ailment, his ailment he's dealing with. I
Yes.
don't. There's no clear. It's not stated at any point in the video that was released. But he's calling for help that the doctor is trying. So it's seeming like some kind of I don't want to just say experiment,
Mm.
but when it comes to when people are not well, doctors come up with different variants of solutions to the answer. And where they are right now with it is that if the doctor tries what he's going to try right now and doesn't work,
Mm.
that the last option will be to cut, the a certain or one of the legs. I don't
Yeah.
know. So that's definitely cause of concern. Um, and then he had his wife and daughter, both soliciting for support and help, and how they spent so much on his hospital bills and stuff, and they're calling for help and support. So even I saw the video, and then I just in my head I was thinking that you know sometimes, no disrespect to the medical system or the private sector, you know I just feel like sometimes maybe you should just move the person to, or source other opinions in terms of taking the person like to the general hospital, where I believe that they have
Mm.
more professional hands, more people who have, or medical practitioners who have seen a lot more cases. Like I said, we're not sure. We don't know what
Yeah.
exactly, that's, if I don't know if it's diabetes, I don't know if it is kidney issues, we don't know if it's liver issues, whatever it is that
Yeah.
might require for them to cut. Does he have an injury on one? Do you understand? We don't really know. So, but I feel like sometimes all you might just have to do is seek a second opinion, and just maybe there might lie a
Yes.
solution there. So, but it will be sad, but I mean, God
And he
forbid.
just turned 62.
Yeah, I mean, and it was celebrated right there on the sick
In
bed. So,
sickbed.
God forbid that it gets to that point. But if push comes to shove, I mean, better you lose one leg than lose your life
Yeah.
completely. So, there has to be a solution somewhere. But I think that they should seek a second, while of course soliciting for support financially. You can still seek a second opinion.
James Silas, this
Yeah.
also calls to question how we see our greats, the way they fall. And we ask ourselves, well, let it not be said that it was for want of financial assistance that we would lose this man.
Absolutely. I mean, that also comes to play. it's not just for the man. I mean, we have a lot of people who are also facing the same thing. It still boils down to, having a system or government that sort of provides a situation where, I don't know if I just put it at health, health insurance. Do you understand? That covers. I mean, look at the entertainment industry. I doubt that there's any form of health insurance or support around that. Maybe there probably is, but I don't know. I really don't know why. I feel like even from the system. I mean, abroad, there are some people are not feeling well. They're not even thinking about looking for money that
No,
no.
you don't pay out
Sometimes
of pocket.
the system,
It's there.
yes, the system will support you or will take care of you, and maybe later, sometimes the taxpayers will bear the cost. Somehow, some way the system will try to take care of you. But in this case, it's almost a lost hope. Once we have this kind of thing coming up, I mean, you'll be lucky if some one government official somewhere, you know, decides to jump on it as PR and help you at the end of the day.
Yes.
So like it makes them look good. But I wish him all the best, though.
Yeah.
And then, but people should, support as much as they can.
And
There
pray
are
for him.
account numbers out there. I mean, these days it goes beyond prayers. You actually they need money.
Okay.
All right.
Well, so if you're just joining, you're on to the Grapevine, and for us to spend this amount of time, it's just to tell you how great an impact this man has made
Yeah.
in Nigeria's Nollywood itself. So that tells you you would have different experience of his movies that would make you laugh, and we just recall it, and that's why you can see we're dwelling on it a great deal here. So let's just make sure while we're still healthy, we take care of ourselves and just make sure that we live well. Next, we drift away now to the father of a twin. I remember the last time you were here, it was more like, let's allow this man announce the news. So he's taking his time. It has gotten to that point now. So he's done it. Father Baba Beji, that's what it is. But it is not the twins we're talking about. But then how can we not, what would we gain if we would not mention that he's father of twins? In this case. But is that Davido has confirmed plans to release a Netflix documentary. David is just restless with creativity.
I mean, this is not the first time he's mentioning this, but it's seeming like they are done with it now. I don't know if the arrival of the twins is supposed to be.
You see why he care? You see now I mentioned it now.
So it's I mean probably possible, but I mean I mentioned earlier that he was working on a documentary, and I think it's I mean it's only right that yes, you tell your story as good as you can. David stepped into the industry, I think it was in 2007, and from that, no, 2007, yeah, or 2007 or 2008, thereabout. And since that time, he's been probably up there till date. He just has been back to back on the road with the records, with the tours, with in the news, back to back till date. And I mean, there's a lot of story, that he might have to tell, or that he may need to tell as it is. Backstories, the secrets to, or maybe nuggets as to how he was able to pull it through. There are I mean, like personally, I've heard a lot of, I mean, like different things that has happened behind the news, or and I feel like he probably would have exposed or shared a lot of these stories in the documentary. And it's I mean, that's what happens everywhere. You just have to. I mean, you can't get to this level of success and not have a story to tell from your own, direct from your mic. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that, and I think it will be. I mean, and putting on Netflix, I think he's going to cash out on it as well. It'll be interesting. I'd like to hear the video story. I'd like to know. I will be looking forward to that.
James Silas, do you see this documentary, if it comes out eventually, as putting paid to all of these side talks of if it's not because your dad is has the backing, you would not be here? Do you think it will finally put paid, or it will be a case of you will explain with documentary tire?
No, I think it will go beyond just trying to deal with the story of his father being having money. Truth is, I'm sure he has shared this probably a couple of times, or maybe not. I don't know, but I mean, I'm privy to that information that David's career did not start with his father. David had actually gained a level of recognition in the industry before the father came on board. In fact, somewhere around the line, some people were investors in his career. I mean, friends were investors in his career, and all the dad did was step in and say, okay, so that he doesn't get into maybe not trouble of losing. They wouldn't have lost in any way, but I feel like the father just wanted to protect the talent and
Wow.
investment, and decided to clear out all those people, buy them all out, and put the money in the family.
I see that.
Yeah.
And for me, what I found instructive as I was getting ready for the show today was that where he dropped something, just a small one for people to ponder over, how he ran a record label for about 4 years without even collecting a dime from his signees.
And that's David for you. I mean, over the
Who
years,
does
we've
that?
seen that level of um, what's the word, benevolence. He's a very, very giving guy. He's a very, and if you listen to some of his interviews, both in the past and recent, he'll tell you that it comes from a family where the father was taking care of a lot of people.
Okay.
There's just that love, and there's been mentions of different people, even in the entertainment industry, who have been touched even by his mom. Do you understand? Yeah, his late mom. I think one of them I will mention here is Mr. Macondi.
Yeah.
The interesting guy on social media. That his WAEC form was bought by David's mom, late mom. So you can imagine they've had this kind of situations over the. I mean, don't forget when David his birthday, was it last year or last 2 years?
When he made
When
the
he was
call.
30 or something. Yeah, so he got people and raised over 250 million naira. That, and he also added another 50 million of his own from his own pocket, and put it out to charity. So he has been known for this, and I mean at that time, and he was always saying it, and some people probably didn't even believe or didn't think that was possible, that all the guys on his label, that they were all on it, and they were getting money and getting their cash direct to themselves. Imagine how much money he was making. The labels, I mean,
Yes.
once we affiliated to David, they were making a lot of money, and I'm sure it was not just about people that he signed on. It was also about people that he collaborated with. He did, he had record with different people based on collaboration, and you can imagine that he didn't ask for a split sheet or just
Yes.
give them. Come on.
We could just go on, but let's just wait and keep our fingers crossed. Buy popcorn, just get the drinks free and cool enough until the documentary comes out. It will explain it greatly. But let's get on to someone who also hasn't gotten it very easy too. But then, like people will say, it's not even easy for Mr. Easy, and we are talking about Mr. Easy, Mr. Easy himself. So he said he stumbled accidentally into music. But then, if you stumble into something accidentally, why stay inside? It means you love the accident you stumbled into. Then.
I mean, it's also. I mean, it happens. The way he said he stumbled into music. Um, I think somehow, somewhere, I wish there were maybe like there was like a proper, there was clarity in that response or
Yes.
question that was asked. But I mean, with what I saw in the report, he just thought to give it a go, and and they say, okay, you just try your luck, and bah, you hit the jackpot. But that will not take out the fact that Mr. Izzy has been is also a very hardworking person. He's also very should I say innovative. He's a smart guy, very smart guy. And he's one of the. I mean, at a point in this industry, I don't know about right now. I mean, I haven't checked the stats.
Yes.
But David, Mr. Izzy is actually one of the richest. This is. I'm talking about the music entertainment business. Music business is one of the richest artists in Africa.
And it has nothing to do with the association with
No.
it has, by extension, potential
Absolutely
in-law.
not. No.
It has nothing.
This is the music business itself.
Yes.
He's not. I mean, if you say, "Oh, mention your top 10 artists or whatever," if they even give you say, "Okay, write who you think are the richest in Nigeria or Africa," you clearly forget. You will not even mention it. But meanwhile, that's one of the most richest artists, people who have made money from music.
Okay, Zagadat, we'll just quickly take a break here now for the green lights to let traffic flow by. But when we come back, still more entertainment. It's still the Grapevine on Smooth 98.1 FM and James Silas.
Yeah. Omatseye, put me on the spot. Sometimes I just lose cue.
I just want you to do that. That's all.
It was fun.
It was crazy, really
Yeah.
crazy.
It was tough. But I enjoyed it. I can't wait for the next one.
It's back, and it's bigger this year. It's the Christmas party of the year. Verve
An
Live
interesting thing
6.0,
about Mr. Easy
where
is that
Africa
He's
comes
going to
even with
together.
his success,
Bitcoin or something. There was one thing he did that he sold. I don't
so
know.
that one is like a publishing company.
Yeah, I
He
think-
sold. The news was 1 billion.
Yes, that's right.
So the thing is that his success with music, he has also replicated with his artist, Joe Boy.
Yes.
That one too is doing very well.
Very
So
well.
what he does, what the guy understands is music marketing, digital music marketing. He does it very well. So no, they can't. Look, that guy has made a lot of money from. So which is why some artists are also giving him their records, giving his company their records. If they take market for someone like DJ Neptune, he's benefiting from it as well.
See?
So it's really, really helping.
Before, their problem is say our show.
So even live after music for Mr. Easy will be very easy.
Absolutely.
Yes.
He's good, he'll be fine. You'll see.
And see those magic collabos he did with those guys from.
The brilliant guy. The brilliant guy.
His
You know, the
collabos
guy
are not.
has won
Yeah.
Latin
Yeah, that's what. This guy's collabo is bad though. Hey,
Speaking of,
we'll not go there. Smart is business smart.
Smart guy. So you can imagine when you put him, when he sits down with someone like Otedola to have a conversation.
Oh yeah, you say.
He's not going to be talking.
Yeah.
He'll be talking from experience and
And the person would also see the pan. You will see that this guy knows what he's
Of
talking
course.
about. He's not cashing in on one kind of advantage. No.
He's a brilliant thing.
Even if he wants to invest in that kind of,
You know he will do it.
You will
Yeah,
do
he
it
will
well.
give you. You get your
Your returns well.
You know.
Download Glow Cafe app to top up or dial *777#.
Come and buy your fresh fruits, sweet orange, ripe banana.
The title of Slum King is reserved only for the chosen, for no one else carries an aura worthy of its weight. Follow Maja's epic journey to power and the all-new action-packed drama Slum King, starting October 8th and showing Sundays at 8 p.m. on Africa Magic Showcase on DSTV and GoTV.
OneXBet is offering a mind-blowing hyper bonus. Get ready for a gaming experience like no other. Place an accumulator bet and watch your winnings soar with our 1,000% bonus. That's right, 1,000%. So what are you waiting for? Visit onexbet.ng today. Use promo code HYPERNIGERIA to get a 300% bonus up to 189,218 naira and take advantage of the hyper bonus from OneXBet.
We're back now.
Okay.
It's still the Grapevine on Smooth 98.1 FM. I am Omatseye Atsenuwa, and I've still got Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're good to go. So still picking up some more stories, moving away from Mr. Easy, who stumbled into music accidentally, and then, but it's been all easy all the way. It makes it look easy anyway, even though it's not easy. So let's drift away now to someone who, well, sugar cane. Most times, and it comes to my head most times when that's what she reminds me of. That's a song I'm talking about now, guys.
Okay.
Yes, sugar cane. You still don't get it.
Really?
Okay, but then if you don't, she doesn't do those killer kind of love stuff. No way she does, man. But I'm just trying to take us to someone who, look, don't take it away from her. She's award-winning, talented. As a matter of fact, she just returned from the tour abroad and she's back. And then after you work so hard, you got a chance to give yourself a range. It's not small thing, but I'm talking about Mama Jam Jam. Tiwa Savage. She's having to postpone concert dates due to health issues. Too much enjoyment. Bad one, right?
I mean, that's she put out a press release. I agree. You know, I mean, that's the information. Do you understand? So I think you can only just run with that. Yeah, that's what I would like to say about this. I mean, there's nothing else. I'm not trying to. I don't want to stir waters that don't particularly. Nobody's complaining, so it's fine.
Nobody's complaining.
Let's not
But then he said his vocal, the infection voice is something.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm saying now. Let's leave it like that.
okay.
Yeah, that's what he has explained. Let's leave it
All right, we just hope Jam Jam might. Okay, but anyway, let's just move on.
like that.
Seems Dim Silas want us to keep it that way, but let's get what your thoughts are coming on to 0809 as WhatsApp messages. We'd like to read them, but you can also see us on youtube.com/smooth 981 FM Lagos. Then you can also leave your comments there. So we drift away now to see a few messages we've gotten a while ago while we wait for others to join in. And this one is coming in from someone here who says, well, I pray and wish Mr. Ebu, John Oka for a quick recovery. People are going through a lot. Mr. Ebu is a legend, he says. As for Davido Bababeji, that is online throwing shade to Big Brother's children. He probably did mention that he would want to produce a series of movies after shading one of them. Oh, that's the one he said it was. He doesn't even know her. And
Yeah, that one, right? But I mean, I don't think he was lying. I mean, but David is an
David
interesting
doesn't-
character, so he can just decide to say, "Let me just even look for trouble more," and just because David had one of his interviews that
Yes.
if he wasn't a celebrity, that before he used
Yes.
to be a troll, that he used to go at people, celebrities on his social media, and he would tweet at them and say, why did you do this? Oh, this is,
Yes.
he's a funny guy. So he also welcomes trolls.
Yeah.
He enjoys the banter. So I think, it's fine. It's allowed.
okay, let's get on to the next celestial being, and this one, Sabi Girl. That's talking about Ira Star. Well, 6 years ago, he said, well, I was selling vegetables and fruits with a grandmother. So it seems as it looks now, with our artists or musicians, if you like, we've had one who sold plantain. We had
Well,
okay, yes. So now we have this one now. She sold vegetables and fruits. Walk us through the story.
I mean, it's everybody has a story, If I tell you my own story, so you think it's, and see, I've not made it. I'm still hustling.
Okay.
So, but you can imagine Arasta, if she's telling you that she used to sell vegetables and fruits with her grandmother.
Back in the
I don't
days.
think, it's not a big deal, and I don't think she's lying. It's what it is. Sometimes, like I said, a lot of people have their stories, and it's only interesting, or it can be interesting when they come out to tell you that this is so. Because,
Oh,
of course, now she's a superstar. She's one of the biggest female, or even generally art musicians in Nigeria. You can add Africa to that as well. She has done really, really well for herself. In fact, she stepped in and has maintained momentum since her announcement by Don Jazzy. So you can only imagine and think that, maybe they just brought her, she just showed up and became from nowhere. But she had a life, she had a secret life somewhere before where she was a nobody, and from there, look at where she is today. And it's only proper that sometimes, like I always say, that these stories need to be told, need to be shared. So you don't just think that, because you're somewhere, maybe supporting your family, selling on the street, and anything can happen at any time. If you are talented, groom your talent, do what you can do. Do you understand? Just one day, somehow, some way, opportunity will smile at you, and boom, your life, your story will change.
now see our star Sabi Girl as it is right now. You can't even picture the vegetables and fruits you will see in her at the
It will be
moment.
difficult to imagine that
It's
right now.
so difficult.
Mhm.
So let's see next message we've got here from Emeka. Emeka says the system, that's the system as financial support. So let artists key into the 25K vulnerable packages by this government. Emeka from Ikeja sent in that one. Okay, well, Emeka, thank you very much for your message once again. Let's get in more response coming to the issues inside the Grapevine this morning on 0809-444-0981. Would get messages in from YouTube if they come in. As you reach there to get to see what we're doing in the studio, we'd like to also get those in. But let's reach out for a final item here this morning, and it relates again to organization, leadership of this talent called Nollywood. And that's what this is all about. The Actors Guild of Nigeria pulls out of the Federation of Nollywood Guilds. What is really the issue here? Why can't we unite these people?
And I mean, this is still, a lot of time for me and some of my colleagues. I when we say entertainment industry, truthfully, it's a struggle when we say entertainment industry because some people argue to the fact that we don't really have an industry. Do you understand?
Yes.
It's just an open field where everybody is doing whatever they need to do. And
Survival.
some people are trying to put it together and stuff, but I don't know how much of support, or I don't know how to put it, but where I mean, we don't really have people who are coming together as much as it is portrayed to say they're coming together to have like an association or a guild and whatever you call it. Some people are just up to something else entirely. So which is why we always hear about these clashes, and these ones are separating from these other ones, and I sometimes makes me wonder. It's just like public, how the public offices where you see the perks are a lot and interesting. Everybody wants a bit of the cake, and just maybe if you make all of these bodies too unattractive for people to want to sit on and without conflict. I don't know, but there will always be conflict when you have a lot of people doing something. I don't know, but at this point, if the if the Actors Guild are pulling out from the Federation of Nollywood, I don't know. It's just too many things going on. I'm sure if we check the details, you see that it might just be one small problem. Sometimes it can even be money. Nobody knows. I mean, they just go at each other every other time, and it's actually messy when you hear it in the news from time to time.
Yes.
And then they want the new people that are coming into the industry to come and join. And then, well, how do we want to join when we see all of this drama going on? And the truth is that it's not just about the movie industry. It happens as well in the music part of the business.
Oh.
You have P-Man.
It's been a long while. I haven't heard of P-Man.
Oh, I mean, you'll be shocked that it's still there.
Yeah.
We have those ones.
There's Cousin.
We have the collection Cousin somewhere. We have, and none of it's everybody at loggerheads. Sometimes I wonder if there's some kind of money that is always dropped from time to time from the government where they have to share, and then that will still cause problems. I know sometimes like the collecting bodies or whatever, they get some kind of royalty that they have to share to. Still,
whether how much
we don't know. Do you understand? I mean, I really don't know. But one of the things that I believe might help the situation is when the government steps in proper and try. But even with the government, there's a concern of the government coming to control the narratives or coming to control how it works or how it should work, and which might not favor some other parties.
Yes.
They don't want it to be politicized as well. So it's all shades of messy. I don't know how we can move forward with this situation, but we can only hope for the best.
When you even juxtapose that with what's going on in America, where the Writers Guild, you see how organized.
You see that? Yeah.
See what it
see
looks
how organized that is. When they said we were going to go on strike, they did, and they held it down for
there.
a long time. Do you understand? I mean, last time they were discussing about calling off the strike and stuff. But you see how organized and without noise, there's no issue. I mean, just everybody together. So by the time you have, in our own case, this body, this fraction of people are going this way, these other ones are going left. And I mean, recently, I don't know if you heard in the news that Lagos State announced a film village.
The groundbreaking was done yesterday.
Do you understand? So you can imagine who was the film village created for. Is it not for the same industry of people who are going left and right themselves? How can we benefit from this particular initiative? I mean, this is not good news at all.
Okay, so that looks like a fine place to just hope that they would get their acts together and unite for the industry, and then give us quality and make the industry proud, and we Nigerians also proud with the quality they churn out. But let's also get into this last message from Ali. Says, but people say she's a daughter of a professor. That's talking about Ira Star. So where is this Oni Ugu story coming from? Are celebrities like to cling to the grass to grace stories too much. That's what that message had to say about them. And that's the size of the grapevine this morning. Oh yeah, let's say this